What's going on, y'all? Today we're going to be changing the variable valve timing solenoids, the VVT solenoids in a 2012 Lincoln MKZ. The first step is to remove this air box. We're going to come underneath to this little locking tab, which is already open, and then we're going to press on the tab here, pull it out. We're going to come up here with an 8mm, loosen that up, come right here. I gotta pull that out, just like that. Like that. And then one more hose right here. And I'm gonna pull it off. We're gonna remove this. Okay, so I come here, push in, pull this off.
Put a name on it.
Slide these locks down.
Yeah, you want to put a name on it. You just said 1v1. I said bet. No. That's no problem. I was going to get on last night, man.
Plug that. Going to be. Yep. Remove that from there. Remove that from there. Oh. You just unplug it. Okay. We're going to remove this from here. Hold it up. Just like that. And the same thing with this one. Hold it up. Just like that. Taking it off the bolt. Same thing up here. Remove it. And basically we're going along, finding anything that is connected. These little tabs. I'm gonna unscrew this. Next we're gonna come unplug the throttle body right here. Like that. We're going to take our 8mm and we're going to zip these off. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right under here is 6. This is broken. But twisted. Just like that. One more back here. This bolt doesn't come all the way out. You just need to separate it from this little clamp right here. From there, we can go ahead and remove.
You know, I be wanting to record our rig games and post it, but
there's one more bolt underneath the throttle body right there. Alright, with that bolt out, our intake is now free. You can see this is one bracket right here in the back. This is that little bracket, the little 10mm that was right there. You can see the hoses right here. This hose was connected to the back like this. So Just be mindful of that. From here, we can go ahead and do the same thing that we did on the other side. We can start removing everything from the screws and from the valve cover. And we can go ahead and unplug our ignition coils. Just push down and pull back. Push down and pull back. Just like that. Now we can go ahead and start unbolting our ignition coils and our valve covers. You want to cover this intake port right here before you get anything else done. I have it covered with some gloves until I get some paper towels. We're going to go ahead and undo our ignition coils, 8 millimeters. Just like that. Pull them out one by one. All right, with our screws out. And just for reference, I have these in the back for bank 1 over here on the left, and bank 2 over here on the right. Make sure you keep those in order in which you had them. From here, we're gonna take a deep 10, and we're gonna go ahead and take off our valve cover. That's one. That's 2, 3, 4 right here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bro, did they just take off immediately? They didn't even let their car warm up or nothing. They just took the fuck off. You probably want to remove the dipstick before you take the valve cover off, but it's fine. All right, put the front valve cover off. We can go ahead and proceed to the back. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this power steering box, or this the fluid reservoir up here. It's gonna just take 2 10mm bolts right at the top, just so I can have more room down there. There's a small 8mm nut right back here holding this bracket on onto this bolt. Making sure I don't miss any. I ended up taking off the power steering reservoir from the high pressure hose. I ended up catching it with a water bottle, so you can just be careful with that. And make sure you don't get any power steering fluid inside of your. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this.
She's not driving that smooth as she usually.
Just pop this back up again. Up. Orgasms. 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 I'm having orgasms. I'm having orgasms. I'm having orgasms. Alrighty, with both valve covers off, we can actually go ahead and finally unbolt our 2 VVT solenoids with an 8mm. Alrighty. plugged in with back here. Alrighty. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and take our new VVT solenoid. And we're gonna go ahead and just carefully place it in here. Get it in there nice and easy. And we're going to take one of our bolts. And I'm just gonna hand tighten this for right now. One just the same. Carefully slide it in there, just like that. Take another bolt. Start it in by here, just like that. If you're replacing these valve cover gaskets, now's a good time to go ahead and clean this up and make sure you clean this mating surface and everything, and make sure your valve cover is properly ready to install. But from here, we're gonna go ahead and reinstall our valve covers in reverse process. All right, after your valve cover is seated all the way and you make sure that nothing is underneath it, you're gonna go ahead and start each bolt by hand. Alright, once you have the back valve cover installed and your ignition coils installed, make sure you plug up your spider web back into the correct grommet holes. Next, we're going to be plugging up this valve cover. Alright, with everything snug and back in its place, we're going to go ahead and put our intake manifold back on. Okay, with our reservoir bolted back up, our intake manifold is on. We went ahead and plugged in our throttle body and its hoses. We plugged in the hose back here, tightened this bracket down. We also went ahead and tightened this one down. We're gonna go ahead and insert our bolts for the intake now. And then we're gonna also put in our injectors as well, or ignition coils. Not to forget to refill your power steering fluid reservoir and top it off if necessary. All right, double checking that everything is back in its original place, making sure all of our clips are clipped in, all of our bolts are tight, plugged in our ignition coils. We went ahead and plugged in our VVT solenoids. Everything that we unbuttoned and unclipped, we made sure to put it all back. We're going to put our dipstick back in. Here, put our air box in. Put it up there. Make sure I connect all of our hoses back and plug in our mass airflow sensor and our clip right here. And then we also screwed on our little cap for our engine cover. From here, go ahead and turn the car on and see how it runs.